What if I told you that your comfort zone is the one thing standing between you and the life you want? Stay with me, because in this video, I'm going to cover 5 strategies that you can use to get out of your comfort zone, no matter how scary that sounds, and you'll be able to unlock greater freedom and potential in both your career and your life. The concept of a comfort zone is something you know well, but how often do you stop to think about how it affects your personal growth? You love to be in your comfort zone where you feel safe and in control. The comfort zone is like a warm blanket, offering security and predictability when needed, which might be often in the fast-paced speed of our digital work and personal lives. But the comfort zone is also where you can easily get stuck. Sometimes when you stay within your comfort zone, you miss out on opportunities, you can stagnate in your personal and professional life, and you might settle for a life that's less than what you're truly capable of. That feeling of being stuck can lead to a lack of resilience, low productivity, and even mental health struggles. You might start to lose sight of your dreams, your passions, and your potential. Your comfort zone works well when it feels like a warm, cozy blanket, but it can also smother you and keep you from living your best life. When you're stuck there, you can become overly critical and perfectionistic. This perfectionism fuels your fear of failure, making you afraid to take risks, and it can be a vicious cycle that holds you back from becoming the empowered, resilient version of yourself. But here's the thing, stepping outside your comfort zone is where true personal growth happens. It's where you unlock the best version of yourself. So today, I'm going to share 5 tips to help break you free from your comfort zone, boost your self-improvement journey, and crush your goals. Tip number 1, reframe discomfort as growth. The first step in getting out of your comfort zone is to reframe discomfort as a sign of growth, not a signal to retreat. When you feel anxious or scared about trying something new, your mind is actually in learning mode and it's preparing to grow. It's uncomfortable because you're expanding your boundaries. So instead of avoiding discomfort, lean into it and see it as a necessary part of your personal development. For example, maybe you're considering taking on a leadership role at work, but you might feel nervous about stepping up. Rather than backing away, tell yourself, this is a challenge and my chance to grow. This discomfort means I'm leveling up. By seeing discomfort as growth, you'll embrace challenges instead of running from them. Tip number 2, take small, consistent steps. You might think stepping outside of your comfort zone requires massive, life-altering decisions, but in reality, progress happens with small, consistent steps. You don't have to leap outside of your comfort zone all at once. Instead, take a small risk each day, something that stretches you just a little bit more. Let's say you're shy and just the thought of public speaking terrifies you. Start small by speaking up more in meetings or practicing a short speech in front of a friend or even in front of a mirror. Over time, these small actions build up, and before you know it, you'll be ready to give that presentation or speak on stage. Each small step builds resilience and self-confidence. Tip number 3, focus on what you can control. One of the biggest reasons you stay in your comfort zone is the fear of uncertainty. You can't control everything, and that scares you. But here's a productivity tip. Focus on what you can control. You might not be able to control the outcome of a new project at work, or know how your family will react to your new tattoo, but you can control your preparation, your mindset, and your actions. For example, if you're thinking of launching a side hustle, but you're afraid of failing, focus on the process rather than the unknowns. You can control how much time you dedicate to this new endeavor, the quality of your work, and how you might market yourself. Let the results unfold, but stay focused on the effort you're putting into it. This mindset shift helps reduce anxiety and it keeps you motivated. Tip number 4, detach from perfectionism. Perfectionism is one of the biggest traps keeping you stuck in your comfort zone. You fear not being good enough, so you don't even try. No one is perfect, and chasing perfection only leads to burnout. Detach from the idea that you need to be flawless and instead focus on progress. The key to personal development is not about being perfect. It's about just being a little bit better today than you were yesterday. Take my own experience. When I started this YouTube channel, I was terrified of not being good enough. I thought, what if people don't like my content? Or worse, what if they don't like me? But I realized that waiting for perfection was holding me back. So eventually I got the nerve up, I hit record, and I posted my first video. And it definitely wasn't perfect, but it was a starting point and it got the ball rolling. And I always need to remind myself that practice doesn't need to be perfect. Each video is just another chance to flex my chops and improve from the last video. Tip number 5, embrace the unknown. Finally, real growth happens when you step into the unknown. Yes, the unknown is scary, and that's why it's called stepping out of your comfort zone. But it's also where the magic happens. By embracing uncertainty, you open yourself up to new opportunities, experiences, and transformations. This is where true empowerment comes from. Take Nelson Mandela's story. After 27 years in prison, he could have stayed in his comfort zone and lived a quiet life. Instead, he chose to step into the unknown, leading South Africa as its first Black president and guiding the nation toward healing and reconciliation. He embraced the unknown and achieved greatness. You don't have to run a country or make grand gestures, but just embracing uncertainty in your own life can lead to unexpected success. By applying these 5 tips, reframing discomfort, taking small steps, focusing on what you can control, letting go of perfectionism, and embracing the unknown, you can break free from your comfort zone, overcome fear, and even transform your life. As Eleanor Roosevelt once said, do one thing every day that scares you. Stepping out of your comfort zone is where real growth and transformation happen. Each step outside your familiar space brings you closer to your goals and to a life that's truly who you are. So do something uncomfortable today, and remember, you've got this.